There are vehicles you drive, and then there are vehicles you experience. The Volkswagen Amarok is firmly in the latter category. The new 2-liter TDI double cab 4Motion is a bakkie that doesn't just promise adventure, it demands it. My test route was a little different from the usual. Instead of the city grind or some predictable farm track, I charted a course from Johannesburg through the border into Lesotho, with Maseru as my gateway and Mohale Dam as my target. The road in between, equal parts breathtaking, challenging, and utterly rewarding. It is the kind of journey where a bakkie is forced to reveal its true nature, far from the safety nets of service centers and tar. Parked at dawn, the Amarok's stance is unmistakable. It is wider and more confident than its predecessor, thanks in part to VW's new platform sharing arrangement with Ford. Yes, the Amarok shares underpinnings with the latest Ranger, but Volkswagen has put in plenty of work to give it its own character. From the outside, the Amarok looks premium. Sharp lines, bold grille, LED lighting, and just the right amount of chrome make it feel more lifestyle than load lugger. Hop inside, and that impression only grows. The interior is modern, functional, and unmistakably Volkswagen. The infotainment touchscreen is slick, the materials are upmarket, and everything feels tightly put together. You'll appreciate the Amarok's cabin long before you hit the first mountain pass. There is a maturity to the ride that most rivals can't match. The seats are big and well bolstered, perfect for drivers like myself. Even after hours behind the wheel, I felt fresh, not battered. Rear seat passengers also get genuine comfort, with enough space for adults to stretch out, which is not always a given in double cabs. Sound insulation deserves its own praise. You notice it when cruising along the open highway. The cabin is quiet, with wind and road noise mere whispers, not constant companions. It is an environment built for conversation, podcasts, or just soaking in the scenery. On rougher surfaces, including Lesotho's unpredictable rural roads, the Amarok's suspension keeps things calm. The double wishbone setup at the front and leaf springs at the back strike a great balance, firm enough for control, but forgiving when the surface deteriorates. It means you're never jarred or tossed about, even when you hit unexpected potholes or gravel. Let's talk power. The 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo diesel under the hood delivers 125 kilowatts and a healthy bout of 405 newton meters of torque. On paper, that is competitive. However, on the road it feels even better, thanks to a wide torque band and Volkswagen's slick automatic gearbox. Acceleration is brisk for a vehicle this size. Overtaking slower traffic outside Maseru, the Amarok never left me sweating or second-guessing. Even at altitude, where thinner air can sap power from lesser engines, the Amarok pulls confidently. The engine is smooth, rarely sounding strained, and only really announces itself when you are pushing hard up a mountain pass. What is especially impressive is how the Amarok balances on-road comfort with off-road capability. The steering is light at low speeds for easy maneuvering, but firms up nicely at pace, providing reassuring feedback on twisty roads. This matters a lot when you are threading through Lesotho's mountain bends, some of which are tighter than a Joburg taxi queue. Driving in Lesotho is a special kind of test. From the smooth stretches near Maseru to the unpredictable, narrow and undulating passes towards Mohale Dam. This is bakkie country, but only for those that are genuinely up to the task. The Amarok's 4-motion all-wheel drive system came into its own here. As the tar gave way to gravel and the altitude climbed, I found myself facing everything from loose stones to sharp hairpins, sudden descents, and livestock meandering around blind corners. With a quick twist of the drive mode selector, the Amarok switched from comfortable highway cruiser to mountain goat. Grip was unyielding, even when pushing a little harder than usual for those video shots. The suspension soaked up ruts and corrugations without complaint. Ground clearance meant I never once worried about scraping over rocks or rain-washed dips. Even after a brief rain squall turned sections of road to muddy slicks, the Amarok remained composed. Hill descent control and smart traction electronics kicked in when needed, but mostly the bakkie just felt solid and sure-footed. Long journeys are the ultimate test of any diesel bakkie's claims to economy, especially with a heavy right foot and plenty of altitude changes. Volkswagen promises a combined cycle of around 7.5 to 8 liters per 100. In reality, I averaged just over 8 liters per 100 kilometers for the whole trip. Very respectable considering the tough terrain, constant climbs, and generous use of aircon. With an 80-liter tank, that translates to real-world range north of 900 kilometers. It is not an exaggeration to say the Amarok could drive from Johannesburg to Maseru and well past Mahala Dam on a single fill-up if you're not too heavy on the throttle. For long-distance adventurers or business owners, this economy is a genuine asset. Back in the city or on the farm, the Amarok shines just as bright. The load bay is wide and flat, making it easy to secure anything from weekend gear to worksite essentials. Payload capacity, just over a ton, is more than enough for most uses, and with a braked towing capacity of 3,000 kilograms, you can comfortably hitch up a trailer or caravan for your next escape. Inside, there are enough storage spaces and charging points for a busy family or crew. The infotainment system supports Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, keeping you connected and entertained no matter where you roam. Volkswagen's attention to detail, like durable, easy-to-clean surfaces, shows that they know how South Africans use their bakkies. On the safety front, the Amarok is well equipped. Standard kit includes multiple airbags, stability and traction control, hill start and descent assist, and a full suite of driver aids. The 4-motion system is the real star in the bad weather or loose conditions, keeping things secure when the going gets tricky. Visibility is excellent from the driver's seat thanks to the high driving position and big mirrors. Reverse camera and parking sensors help take the stress out of tight city parking, making the Amarok just as usable in the suburbs as it is on the farm or mountain pass. Quality and capability come at a price, but Volkswagen offers strong value when you consider what's included. The Amarok 2-liter TDI starts from 721,500 Rand for the manual or 760,000 for the automatic. Yes, it is at the upper end of the segment, but you get more than just a badge. Every Amarok includes a 5-year or 150,000 kilometer warranty, a 6-year anti-corrosion warranty, or a 5-year or 100,000 kilometer easy drive maintenance plan. This covers all scheduled services at 15,000 kilometer intervals. VW also offers optional service and maintenance plan upgrades that can extend coverage up to 10 years or 300,000 kilometers, future-proofing your investment against rising costs. The Amarok is often cross-shopped with the Ford Ranger, Toyota Hilux, and Isuzu D-Max. Here's what sets it apart. The Ford Ranger shares a platform with the Amarok, But VW offers a distinct interior and driving feel more refined, slightly softer with a different approach to infotainment and trim. Toyota's Hilux, still the default for many buyers, but feels less modern and less refined inside, though it wins on ruggedness and resale. And the Isuzu D-Max, highly capable off-road, but trails the Amarok in comfort and interior quality. For buyers wanting a blend of on-road composure, luxury, and genuine off-road ability, the Amarok makes a compelling case, especially with the VW badge and dealership network behind it. The Amarok is not just for the weekend warrior or the business owner. It is for anyone who demands more from their bakkie, a vehicle that is as comfortable crossing borders as it is commuting through Sandton. It is a bakkie that encourages you to say yes to road trips, to mountain passes, and to new adventures. But it is also a daily companion that makes the tough stuff easy and the easy stuff even more enjoyable. After days with the Amarok, I found myself genuinely reluctant to hand back the keys. It is a bakkie that feels engineered for the way we live, travel, and explore in Southern Africa. Whether you're heading for the hills of Lesotho or simply need a trustworthy, comfortable workhorse, the Amarok deserves a spot at the top of your shortlist. The Amarok 2-liter isn't just a bakkie, it is an invitation to go further.